Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen and my journey from process to whole. Tonight, have a family dinner again, and I always like to when you get some of your kids who are adults around back in your house, I like to go all out. So we're celebrating, one of the kids got a new job. So I'm gonna make a chocolate cake from scratch, grinding my own flour even. And the best thing ever, I've been using the coconut sugar to substitute real sugar, and I also found some powdered sugar too that I'm going to be substituting that's not like the processed powdered sugar. So fingers crossed this goes well.
One of my favorite parts now of baking or cooking, just making bread, is actually grinding my own wheat. Unfortunately, I was so low on the soft white, so I had to use more red hard berries, which isn't the best for baking. That was the only downside of this night cooking dinner for the family. But I got a new grinder, and within like 20 seconds, the berries are grinded. My last grinder was taking me forever, so I do love this new grinder. It's just so, it just feels more like flour. And here I am using the coconut sugar, which is my new addition now to cooking and baking. And you just add the same amount you would for regular sugar. This recipe, I was making a chocolate cake, so this recipe called to make the sugar more powder. I think I should have done this a little bit longer. But I added my sugar and cocoa, and of course salt, baking soda, and baking powder. All the dry ingredients first before I add the wet ingredients. This one called for milk, but buttermilk, I didn't have that, so I added a little vinegar to my milk. And it worked great. It's an easy trick to make buttermilk.
My butter. And then I just put all the wet ingredients into another bowl. So I think this was a half a cup of butter. I put my soured milk in along with vanilla. I never measured my vanilla. This also called for some water. And then I put vanilla in, and I love vanilla, so I always probably put a little bit more than needed just because I love vanilla. I grabbed 2 eggs, and I put my eggs in as well. Mixed the wet ingredients with my dry in my KitchenAid, and I mixed it all up, and I was hoping this was going to turn out okay. Round cake pans when I am making a cake. I don't know, because I like to frost it, make it look pretty. However, I had a major fail this time. The recipe that I used with the fresh flour and the chocolate, it didn't really fill to 8 rounds. And so I did make a cream cheese filling last minute. I thought that would be good with my monk fruit powdered sugar. And anyways, you're going to see how this cake came out. It looks awful. I mean, it looks horrible and terrible. It was a major, on look-wise, a complete fail. However, it did taste pretty darn good. The cream cheese filling and the chocolate frosting, all with natural products and fresh made wheat.